So I woke up super early today, but I'm not sure what time I went to last night, but maybe I want to sleep a little earlier too, or right on time. Everything in this universe comes right on time. Why? And this video actually came out really nice. I wish there was like something behind me. Maybe more like that. It just happens to get in between the angle that I have it. Like I just turned my camera on and wanted to shoot this video. And I actually have something holding it because usually I'm holding it. And yeah, you know how that goes. Your ultimate nature is hidden from you. And everything I'm saying sounds like a paradox. But the greatest illusion is the material, the stuff that you see. And that's why it's easy at the same time, but the whole world is meant to elude you. So you look outward into the materials, all the stuff, the objects, sex. And so you don't look inward. So you're caught up in this illusion, because this is really happening. It sounds so simple, it sounds like, no. Can't be true. But everyone's caught up in how things look. Now, there is an aesthetic part to it, but that's more so sacred geometry that they call it. Also for viewing. But people are becoming addicted in not knowing their soul. Because the soul is inside, it's hidden under a veil. That's why you always get these veil things. Whereas when people see the world and become identified with what's outside of them, not knowing their soul, then they get caught up in it. I don't think it could have been said more simpler than that. People fall in love with it. It's like once you fall in love with it, there is different type of people though, but you fall in love with everything. So what's hidden inside of you is the treasure. You are the chest, literally. The treasure chest is like you go inside of it. You go inside of you. That's the actual treasure chest. Now you'll be like, why do I have to come to this conclusion? Or more so, why do I have to feel this? Because it's just a feeling. It's not necessarily a conclusion, though it is. It's not necessarily debatable or to be debated. And it's simply when you feel this, you won't want nothing else. And one of the main reasons is people suffer, especially because like evil and things along those lines, maybe negative energy, we could say, And people also become addicted to that because in a way they want to, but they don't know the soul, so they don't know that feeling. Hence, they go do everything else, everything that goes almost against the soul. You could also say your intuition. And so, there that is. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And again, they're eluded from the outside world, so they're always searching in the outside world, but the real search is actually inside of you. The body is like a generator, and you just happen to reside in it. Most people don't know this. To end suffering, and again, to being caught in your thoughts, because if you don't look around, if you do look around, you will see the people's main problem is, and this is where greed comes in, and all those other nasty things that you want to say, just about how the way the state of the world is a reflection of how people, their intentions and their feelings, but their feelings are false because they're from the mask, and the mask is the ego, the mask of the ego, the mask. Wow, we always see this mask. We hear about this word, the mask. It's because it's real. The mask is the human body. People just don't see that. We're really something not to be seen. We're transient. We're just putting on the body. You probably heard people say we're in a body. Yeah, but they never experienced it. So it's saying it is one thing, but experiencing is a whole nother. You know when someone knows it because it's just in the root of them, in the depth, in everything they do. If they're conscious of it, majority of things they do are going to be from that state. So that state automatically attracts things. And it seems erotic. Because other people aren't in that state. So it's just an erotic state. Because it's like a mystery, but there's nothing to solve. So it's very paradoxical in its own way. But people fall in love with these people. Falling in love is just an act of some way narcissism. It's too much, to be honest, because you can't necessarily, you can love somebody, but to love one person, yes, you could seal the deal and be married or whatever religious thing, but it would be marriage. But that's just a tie, basically, and it's not necessarily, because you can't just love one person. It's so egotistical just to love one person. You can if you're just talking a physical, sexual boundary, because that's all that is when you're in a relationship. This is the real reason. This is one of the real reasons religions don't want you having sex. And it's because you become selfish. You want to guard your girl, which is an instinctual thing to do, but you're thinking too much about it, though. That's the problem. You should let her be free as she wants to be. Or you can come in mutual agreement between whatever. But the whole fact is, it becomes into a naughty love. A egotistical love. That's just what it becomes. Not saying people can't have exclusive marriages where it's only sex between them. That's not what I'm talking about at all. They just become, it's just me and her against the world type of attitude. And that's not true. You just think of it to be true. And then you become obsessed with that idea, and so forth. So, that's pretty much the end of the video. Because why love one person when you can love all of humanity, all of life, which is our true nature? Have a nice one. Thanks for tuning in. Peace. Yeah. I'm smashed. That's my favorite word to say, and I'm just not gonna stop saying it. I'm smashed. Smashed.